Good evening all. Hope you're well. We've got ourselves a new airplane. We've got ourselves a shiny new airplane, so welcome to the stream. We're here in London Luton. We've got the inibuilds A320 Neo V2 and sim update 15 for you. Here it is, the first time I have flown this aircraft. Literally downloaded it, calibrated the throttle and that, but we'll give my thoughts as a real world pilot, operating this aircraft quite regularly. So we'll see how we get on with it, really. So we'll take our time, we'll go through it, and we won't rush. We'll take it up to Edinburgh from Luton. But actually, it's a pretty good external model there. I mean, I'm quite liking that. Bit of dirt and grime on this. This is a livery I found that came with the installation for EasyJet, so a bit of dirt and grime on there. It's looking good. Evening, James. Hope you're well. Yeah, it's been a while since I've flown a Neo in the sim, so do it quite regularly in the real world, but we've been on CEO ops with the FENIX for quite some time. That being the study level aircraft, and this, as I'm led to believe, it's not study level, but we'll see how we get on. I think they've had a chance to test it out. A few people have tried it out there and sorted out the niggles and bits and pieces. So we'll see how we get on with it. Should be good. So CEO Neo differences. We need the FADEX powered on to look at the the oil quantity. Sorry. Minimum oil temperature for starting is minus 40 on the Neo. At high temperatures, we may get a bigger increase in idle thrust. So all engine differences really. Minimum oil temperature for takeoff is plus 19, and the cool down on the Neo is a lot more important. So making sure you get that 3 minutes. So it's all about the engines. Obviously being the new engine option, Elite 1 Alpha engines. Yeah, they're the key differences, other than a bit of handling and so forth. So, not sure how sensitivity-wise we're going to get on with it. But I've got the same settings I had currently for the FENIX in there, but so we'll see how we get on with that and have a play. So, yeah, pretty impressed with the external model of this aircraft. I have to say, it's looking good from the outside. We're going to jump on to Beyond ATC for this one. I didn't want to go live onto VATSIM with a new aircraft and cause problems. So we'll cause problems with Beyond ATC, or Beyond ATC might cause us problems. We'll see how we get on. But that's, again, Beyond ATC's just had a new update as well. So it's a day of updates today. So we've got Sim Update 15, SU15. It's got different taxi behaviour in terms of drag on the taxi. We've got new crosswind behaviours that's come with Sim Update 15, amongst other things. So we'll see how we get on with it and see if we notice any changes and see what the flight dynamics are like. So taxiing is one area, crosswind behaviour is another area. See how we get on. So we have a flight plan. We'll jump in and see how that works inside the inibuilds 320 Neo. So we're cold and dark. Pretty good representation of the cockpit. And we'll get it set up. So, auto idle, master's cut off. Wiper switches are off, and batteries temp. So we get the batteries on. We have life. Excellent. Hi Ash, glad the tutorials are helping. James, am I seeing an improvement with a healthy sized community folder? I wouldn't say I've noticed anything yet, but I might try my community folder. It's not too big. I like to keep mine fairly leaned out. Ben, I might have downloaded first. Mine is still updating. Yeah, I suppose. When I say I've got gigabyte upload download speed, so it zipped the download. So we're pretty good. So right, we've got our warning computers on. So let's get the APU file sorted. Let me drag my mouse the same way I would do in the FENIX. Let me see if I do it. Use the wheel. Like that either. I can do wheel mode. No, I can. Okay. I click. I can't drag. That's interesting. Bit of a limitation in seeing, not being able to see my my master cautions and things, but okay. Well. It made a noise. That's helpful. Is it better than fly-by-wire? We'll find out. No idea. It's the first time I've jumped in this aircraft and flown it, so these squibs. Again, I can't adjust my view with this, but as long as we've got some kind of warning, I'm happy with that. Anything oxygen wise down here? No, I've got that modelled. Let's get this turned on. Turn it on, presume. On switch. Hold it. Brightness, there we go. Brightness we want. So, there we go, it's come to life. We have life, that's good. So, let's see if we can put in our sim brief. Requested EZ236 November. Gatwick, Edinburgh. Alternate Prestwick. Okay. Come back to the flight plan in just a moment. Let's get this cleared out. That was in there for now. We'll see what Beyond ATC gives us. Okay. Have we got import ability for the response? Update it through the secondary. Do we send it over from? Send it over from. Let's have a play with this then. Config was payload, sim brief load, fly load. Now, go fast for now. Fast. Okay. I see any options to send that over, or are we programming everything from no import facility, which is fine. That's not an issue, but it's a time issue. Import free secondary. I'm surprised it actually got the secondary active. I'm quite impressed if we got a secondary on. Even something the fly-by-wire does struggle with, I think, is a secondary flight plan at the moment. But that's interesting. Okay, we'll set it up ourselves then. So, Echo Golf Golf Whiskey to Echo Golf Papa Hotel. Sorry, I'm in secondary still, am I? Oh, no. Right, man. Again. There you go. Upper Hotel. Go to MCDU menu, Davo. Okay. Have a look. Add your SimBrief ID. Got it in the tablet. Okay. Maybe try that. Checking that number actually. And pull down the flight plan as well. Okay, thank you for that. Getting me number in. Let me just put a oh, let's give that a go. Okay, let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Do that now. Well, let's set it up anyway. We'll do it old school. Software X load option in the aircraft data page. Now AC status, okay. Aircraft status. Software. FMS one update. Yeah, on the right. Okay, next page perhaps. Back off and nav database. Not to worry, not to worry. We'll do it old school. So easy 236 November. Index of 4, EasyJet standard. I think you added the arrive depart too early for the uplink to work. Possibly, yeah. I'll try to clear it out. We could do. Otherwise, I got a full reset. Do a reset. Right. Okay, not to worry. 360. We are learning. First time in this one. Minus 48. We pull in wins with this one. Wind request. So that works. So it does link, doesn't it? So something's linking now. DRFU weight 61,240. So we're expecting. Give us our Mach tow or not. There we go. 337. .2 tons, and we have got 4.2 loaded. I would actually like to increase that. Can we increase that now? 5 in. Okay. 7.3. Okay, let's have a chat with Beyond ATC and get a clearance. That's all active. I'll get the ATIS, shall I? I'll pull that in.
Advise on initial contact you have information, Romeo. Luton Airport information, Romeo. 1616 Zulu. Wind 270 at 16 ceiling 3100 broken. Temperature 16. Dew point 09er. QNH 1014. Landing and departing runway 25. Transition level 060. Read back all hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information, Romeo. Luton.
Okay, we're runway 25 then. Let's have a look at our flight plan. So 25 only 2 Bravo. We'll expect. Only 2 Bravo. Insert. Then, where are we going? Oh, Hill in pip. In fact, it should pick up the one echo if I do expecting 06 today. So got that one. Excellent. That looks sensible and familiar. And we were 1014 on the QNH, which is cross-check 3 times, and aerodrome altitude. Excellent. Okay. We have a route in. Alternate fuel today. It throws you, doesn't it? Just so used to the Phoenix. 0.9 tons. So looking good on fuel. Excellent. Don't know what's the FENIX. Do it from here. Modelled, it is modelled, look, there we go. So, on the Neo, you have to have the FENIX on to see your oil quantities. Fine. So I was quite impressed with that, so a good level of detail with the FENIX there. Fuel's loaded. Put these on. That's our APU as well. Ourselves a clearance. Routing clearance. Hello, easy 236 November's on stand. 1 information Romeo QNH 1014 Airbus 320 Neo requesting IFR clearance to Edinburgh.
Easy 236 November Luton delivery. Information Romeo correct. Expect runway 25 only need 2 Bravo departure. Squawk 0736.
Expect runway 25, only 2 Bravo departure, squawk 0736, easy 236 November.
Easy EZ236 November, read back correct. Contact ground 121.755 when ready for push or start.
Contact ground 121.755 when ready, EZ236 November. Okay. Go there. So, oh, one thing we don't have is, do we have Navigraph on here? Do we have charts? Got sim brief. Ducks. Bleed now, take that off. Just 2 pumps there. Say goodbye to the GPU. Okay. Oh, what have we got here? Configs, landing config. Those all. Okay. Click options. Pushback. Do we test GSX with this or not? That's the question. We could try this functionality here. See how good it is. So config 1 air condition. Oh, we'll calculate it. We're going to go off, so we'll test it. We'll force toga. That's a force toga. Calculate. Runway 25, wasn't it? Runway 25, yeah. Okay. Ah, send to FM. Okay, that's got a send option. We recalculate that now and send. Oh, strange, that didn't pop up before. So let's just verify that that's in the box. So, alright, it's come in, so we'll confirm those, I presume. Oh. Send to flight management guidance computer. Send. Entry out of range, so do I have to just tap that in manually? We've got a flex temp. What does it want us to do? Config 1. Flex to 50. 131, 131, 135. Correct, okay. Hasn't put the flex in or anything. 50, 131. Confirm it on the MCDU. Oh, sorry, yeah, confirm data, yeah, okay, absolutely, I missed that one. Thanks, Mersey Blues. Things I'm not used to. These are luxuries. Engine out, we'll keep there. Excellent. Okay. Reasonably good. The only thing I'm missing is some charts, but only 2 Bravo I know well, so actually mini FCU as well. Let's just check compatibility. Thought that would work. I'm going to reset that hardware. Interesting. It was initially threw some knobs around when I first installed it. It worked, but anyway. So initial stop climb 6,000. Oh, it does say hardware green now. It's changing up here. Maybe it'll kick in later on. Okay, yeah, I think the only thing I'm missing at the moment I can see, so reset rate temperature, on-screen keyboard, enable that maybe. Auto tiller disconnect, yes. Rudder control, tiller. Yes, please. Okay. Yeah, just surprised. I suppose if they've got SimBrief in there, I'm just surprised they haven't got Navigraph linked as well. Unless I'm missing something, so that could just be me somewhere, but I haven't seen it thrown up at me. But there we go. Navigraph. Right, let's brief this up then, shall we? So, be a left-hand seat departure today. We have done our takeoff calculations. Runway 25. Suppose we should really. Do we copy an active? No Navigraph yet. Okay, thanks Mersey Blues. No option to copy the active. Right, we'll just brief for the sake of that. Or do we have, actually, fix info. Who did EGGW 25 and a radial 254. Throw in for this, it does. So, right, we've got fix info working. So that'll be our engine out track. And engine out today will be straight ahead 25 miles and hold. We're good to come back straight back into Luton with these conditions and our current weight. No issues there, so we can accept an immediate return into Luton, although if need be, other London airports will be available with longer runways. Route diversion and alternate arrival diversion, sorry, is Prestwick today. The takeoff runway 25, only 2 Bravo, stop climb 6,000 is set, so we've got standard speed. MSA is 2,200, and we've checked the fuel. We've thrown a bit of extra in anyway today, so you've got an extra, planning for an extra 70 minutes at the moment on arrival, so another attempt. So in terms of threats today, well, we've got beyond ATC for a start. We have a new aircraft. So it's the first test on that, and we have sim update 15, so who knows what that's going to do to us. So it could all go wrong today. So 3 main threats, so we'll see how we get on. I'm not going to use GSX for the pushback. I'm going to just try the pad and see how we get on with that, because GSX has broken a few live streams in the past. So we'll leave GSX for the moment, and I'll test that out in the background. Off stream. So no non-standard operations other than testing a new airplane today. Any questions, chat? Okay. Get out and we'll get our taxi clearance. Luton ground, good evening. Easy 236 November, stand 1, request push and start.
Easy 236 November, Luton ground, pushback approved, face southeast.
Pushback approved, face southeast, easy 236 November. Yeah, I've done the chocks, I think, have a look outside, shall we? Yeah, I did do the chocks a little while. I've still got the cones there, so let's have a look. So if I did wood chocks, unless that's, could it be GSX throwing those in as well? Let's just deactivate that. I say we just go for it. We're all closed up anyway. Like did I notice any better performance? Nothing majorly noticeable yet, but we'll keep an eye on. I'll do some testing, but I got a reasonably good spec, so it's I guess it's all smooth anyway. It's certainly not a deterioration in performance, put it that way. So we're all good so far. Right, let's get pushback going. So we'll release parking brake. And we have somebody helping us on that way. Spots. Get that on. Okay, we're on the move. It's all looking good. Start. I should better get our lights on there. We're skipping checks here, we're getting very excited. Just need to remember I'm driving. Been flying inibuilds since beta. She's a good bird. Okay. Sounds good. This is why I can't be a ground handler. Look, I'm so rubbish. Look. Let's just stop here before we hit something, shall we? Parking brake set. Okay, engine to the veil, starting engine 1. Evan, you see some green lines when you start the engine. What's that? Where do you see these green lines? That low hum there of the engine. That's quite realistic actually, not bad sounds. Quite impressed with that. And they're not the most exciting engines out in the real world, so but they're it's kind of familiar noises. Notably a bit longer to start than the CEO we've had with FENIX as well, so that checks out. Okay, let's look at bindings, right. There. Finish with that. I think I'm into auto. Not about terrain today. Assume this doesn't work at all, does it? Oh, the terrain's enough anyway. Okay, I actually probably need to go and set the window view up. We can do that. We can go for a walk for the cabin in a minute. Have a look. I haven't been down here actually. Let's go quickly before we get going, and we can. Not let me out. How do I get out? Do I have to actually? Normally you just walk through these in the sim, don't you? Has it got a cabin? I haven't. Has it got a window view binding set up, or is there no cabin visible? In the FENIX, you just walk through. No way to open the door. We're locked in. Has it got custom bindings to get there? I don't know. Right, burning precious fuel. Our external view. Right. After start flows. Anti-ice not required. ETCAM status. So, our flight control checks, I guess. That's what we need to do next. Cabin is coming for PC only. Okay, right. Okay, flight control checks, full left. Alright, neutral, down, up, neutral, rudder, alright, that feels a bit snappy, watch that. RT's touchdown effects now, I'm not sure, I've not touched down on it yet, and who knows, I might not. Oh, I should have had this on. We're missing all the checks today, chat. It's doing very well here, are we? Bullets to arm. Put the takeoff config in, did we? Let's have a look. In plus F. So that didn't come across. 1. TARA on now over here. Is the inibuilds A320 better than the fly-by-wire? Yet to find out. Easy 236 November request taxi.
Easy 236 November, runway 25 taxi via Bravo Alpha.
Runway 25 taxi via Bravo and Alpha, easy 236 November. There's that LED light, that's a noticeable change. Right, let's check these. Get the old ToBi tracker on. Rate check. Pressure 0. Taxi checklists, flight controls, we have checked. Flap settings is config 1 plus F. FMA is climb nav blue 1 FD2, stop climb 6000 blue, 131 blue, 135 magenta. Radar predictive wind shear is on, eco memo is takeoff and no blue. Right, sporty. Looking at a bit of a sporty taxi. Right, clear right side, clear left side. Expect our usual argument with beyond ATC on transfer over to the tower. Unless, of course, the last update, it's just been updated, who knows? Keep seeing a few more options in the menu, actually. Bits adding. I'm keeping an eye on that, but I'm really waiting for the traffic on beyond ATC, I keep saying.
Easy 236 November, contact Luton Tower 132.555.
Contact Tower 132.555, easy 236 November. Luton Tower, hello, easy 236 November's approaching runway 25 for departure.
Easy EZ236 November, backtrack runway 25. Call when ready for departure.
Backtrack runway 25, call when ready for departure, EZ236 November. So that's an improvement. Excellent. Those on, I'll get them out, but not on. And who's there? Off. The lineup checks as having skill for takeoff. Takeoff runway is runway 25 confirmed, clear right side, clear left side. Nothing on TCAS. Max 1 and 2 off. Lineup checklist complete. Do you want a toga takeoff, chat? Everyone hit the like for toga takeoff. I'm happy to go toga. Handling seems pretty good. I've got a video on the Pax Mersey Blues, check it out. Yep, a whole video on that one. The Flights in Mastery series, so take a look. And the plaque flow valve and all those bits. So here we go, right, any gotchas with this one? We're looking good, let's have a look. Packs are off, are there any whites I can see? Just the lights to come on. They are bright lights. But yep, they are, it's the right colour, I wouldn't say it's, the effect of them is a little bit too just circular, but you've got the LED, definitely an improvement in the lighting. That's the rather dim lights you get on the yellowish lights you get on the CEO variant. Shall we spool it up from the outside? Okay. We'll go toga. Throttles to 50. Set. Let's get back in. Oh, blimey, where am I? Right, thrust sets.
EZ236
oh no,
November.
we didn't ask for departure, did we?
Immediately
Sorry.
stop your takeoff roll. You do not have takeoff clearance.
Oh well. Sorry. Forgot about that. But it's so quiet on frequency, you forget these things. Right? You're actually doing the job. Right. V1, rotate. Right, gear up.
EZ236 November, immediately stop your takeoff roll. You do not have takeoff clearance.
Nav. AP1. Oh, the mini FCU's doing something. It's not code, right. Leave a climb, waiting for positive trend. There we go. Press climb. Let's just get my coloration right. Open climb.
EZ236 November, Luton Tower.
EZ236 November, go ahead.
EZ236 November, Luton Tower.
Alright. Don't want to get told off anymore. EZ236 November, go ahead.
EZ236 November, Luton Tower.
Knowledge instruction by text.
Roger that. EZ236 November.
Alright, flaps.
EZ236 November. Contact Luton departure 132.05.
132.05, EZ236 November. Did that on the last stream as well. It's so quiet on frequency, you forget that you've got air traffic control. So we're not in icing. Accelerating away, looking good. Rating departure, hello. EG236 November's with you, passing 4,400 for 6,000.
Aircraft calling, say call sign.
EG236 November.
EG236 November. Luton departure. Good day identified. Climb to flight level 180.
Climb flight level 180, EG236 November.
Negative. Climb to flight level 180.
Climb to flight level 180, EG236 November. Right, that's my flying license gone. Right, standard. Thrust check for read time is passing 7. Checks. How are we doing? Climb. Yeah, it's so far so good. We're getting there. Takeoff handling was a little bit sluggish on the rotation, so maybe a bit of adjustment I need to make there in terms of my sensitivity settings. I was being just a bit cautious not to pull up too hard and try and understand what the aircraft was behaving like. So flight level 100, we've got a smooth ride here. We can release passengers. Zero out the cost index. Zero blue. Get these fuel flows and just checking to real world. They're reasonably accurate. Obviously, a bit of work gone into it. Have a look from the outside. I do like the model. I like some of the dirt effects there. That's pretty realistic. Of the old aircraft. The grease coming out the dirt grind coming out of the joints. Pretty nice.
EG236 November. Contact London Control 118.475. Bye bye.
Contact London Control 118.475. Good day. EG236 November. London Control, EG236 November's with you, passing flight level 160 for flight level 180.
EG236 November. London Control identified. Climb to flight level 360.
Climb flight level 360, EG236 November. Yeah, I probably wouldn't see all these airports on there. Yeah, wonderful. Alt star and 360, let's keep going up. 360, final cruise, thrust climb, 360 blue. I want to look at all those airports, I'll keep them straight on for now. Yeah, it's nice to have a go at something different. It was a bit of a last minute change. I was planning a stream in either Australia or New Zealand for a bit of a change this evening. So when I saw this one land, I thought, okay, I've got to test this one out. Real world ops. Got on something I'm familiar with. I like how it has a top of page function. You can switch straight back. Now we're looking for our arrival. 320 at 4 knots, variable, 5,000 metre visibility in drizzle, broken 600 feet. 12 QNH 1010. Okay. 5,000 metres, not too much of a challenge. Broken at 600 though. Let's look. Expecting 06. Cat 1 minimum's there, 310 feet, so okay, we're good for Cat 1. I guess the other thing to look at is VNAV and how well that handles things in this aircraft. So we'll see sort of top of descent and that kind of thing. Got top of climb up there, so sorry, top of descent, Trent, and sorry, top of climb to Trent, descent. 120 miles time. How our lighting's doing, so the day one. We're going on with lighting as it gets a bit darker. Got a backup nav system as well, that's all working. Okay. We don't have beam points as part of the directory page, that's missing. Being active now. normally have the facility to put the winds in here and so forth into the equitime point. Probably just a simple equitime point based on distance here. You really want the ability to put wind in. Wind's going to have a huge effect on your equitime point potential.
EZ236 November, contact Manchester radar 118.775.
Contact Manchester radar 118.775, EZ236 November. Good day. Manchester radar, hello, EZ236 November's with you. Just approaching flight level 300, flight level 360.
EZ236 November, Manchester radar, radar contact.
Very American. Right, what else have we got in here? Fuel prediction, that's reasonable. Waiting for system response. View menu. Page. There's a few bits missing. Well, we can put so we used the bearing, so I imagine, so we do fix info, yeah, we can put radiuses and radials in, so we can do that. So fix info, we've got 4 pages, but looks like we'll fix info, so clear that one out now, we don't need that. So you can draw in, as we did on departure, an extended centre line for our engine out, dead mode, when we can put the range rings in. In fact, we can do that now for the Golf Papa Hotel, put our 30-mile radius in. And that's useful. It's good to have that. In the real world, we're using this all the time. Fix info page for MSA zones, extended centre line, engine outs, radiuses, particularly where you've got a lack of altitude restrictions on arrival, so you just need to plan a bit better your descent. All handy stuff. So where are we? Note that the top of climb has moved out a little bit. It's adjusted. It was at Trent a little while ago, so it's pushed out. The tailwind, that won't help a climb. It's not a strong one. Davo, yes. So I've got a videos and all those kind of things actually. Range rings, extended centre lines, there's a couple of ways you can do that, so do check out the Flight Sim Mastery series. There's a good 40 odd videos in there now, but they're definitely all in there, those kind of things, so check that out. I can see the tip of the range ring coming in there anyway, so it's definitely working. What we would ideally want to do is let me yeah, beam points, so we're going to throw one in. Same way it would work, certainly. Does it want to give me a heading in? Normally it will calculate that and put a beam point on the fix on the radius, where the radius intercepts the track. As long as we're flying inbound, we should get a beam point inserted. Or displayed, sorry. Yes. Doesn't actually put anything into the flight plan, it's overlaying. So we must be somewhere near Manchester. Have a look. Let's zoom down a bit. So Echo Golf Charlie is coming up about 20 miles off to the left side. Not much to see though today, so you can... Nice clouds. Yep. UK is blanketed in cloud. We've got takeoff calculation. Interestingly, we don't have landing. That I'm aware of. $1,000 to go. I was supposed to speak to somebody else. It's beyond ATC. No, we're radar contact. No, we're on frequency. It's just so quiet on frequency, so I keep forgetting we're on beyond ATC at the moment. So this is why I keep taking off without clearance. And told off. It is wet at Edinburgh, but I'm going to go water brakes low for this arrival. Be more than sufficient. And at this weight we'll be fine. Water brakes low. 3 tons. Right, 360 we have approaching. We'll get the index chucked back in there before the engines spool back. That will start. SCM, what's my hardware? You can check that out in the description, should all be in there. I forget myself, it's all in there if you want to check that one out. Alright, crew, so we've got 260 INDIP. Displays are a lot darker than the FENIX. So you usually have the opposite problem with the FENIX. The displays are quite bright and you usually end up dimming them. This one I want a little bit more light out of them, which I can't get. Does anyone use this aircraft with DSX at all? Invested in that setup. At 4. Organ Aviator, hello. So far, so good. Not bad, not bad. But to be honest, better than I thought it would be. Is my opinion so far. No, it's missing a few things, which is fine. It's all the critical things are there. and we've managed to take off, albeit without clearance again, on beyond ATC. But yeah, it's doing the job. I'm just sort of interested in sort of top of descent now and how it manages the descent, which is coming up shortly. So it's a reasonably short flight. Considering I've just, you know, downloaded it and got going, I've had a bit of help from chat. It's been alright. It's just, I suppose, the more you fly it, the more you get used to it. Yeah, well, the fly-by-wire I have flown. It's been a little while, so we'll have to get that one back out in the stream. But there's some areas there's a handling. There's not done a lot of handling, only the takeoff in this. So it's almost a bit unfair to compare it at this stage. That works. How do we get rid of that now? How do we put the tray table away? Can't have that out for landing. No, not that. Where's the click spot for that one?
EZ236 November, in Pi 1 Echo, runway 24, report ready for descent.
Indeed, 1 Echo, runway 24, will report ready for descent, EZ236 November.
EZ236 November, descent to flight level 260.
Descend to flight level 260, EZ236 November. That's top of descent. That's an ongoing issue I had with beyond ATC. It does ask you when you're ready, but then as soon as you respond to that message, it sends you down. Oh, I'm going to hold for a minute. Never mind. It took off without clearance. What's the worst can happen? Right. How on earth do we get rid of this tray table? Have we found the first bug? The tray table comes out but doesn't go back in. Trust me to go and find that one. Not giving me a click spot. I don't think those work in the Phoenix, do they? No. Oh, footrests. Ah, there we go. Right, that's a bit... Glad we got it away, but the click spot for that needs changing. Can't be doing with that. Well, we have footrests, that's good. So, we're expecting runway 06. Let's brief this up. Indip 1 Echo. Sending now at level 260, descent. Approach minimum is 310. Let me bring up my chart for the go around. I'm straight ahead to 3000 then as directed, that's fine, that's easy. On the fuel, 80 minutes, 1.3 tons. We're still got diversion to Prestwick, so we're good on fuel. So we're going to go ILS, Cat 1 approach. We'll do landing config. Let's go, we'll better start with config full. We'll go for maximum reverse, and we've gone for auto brake slow. On the Neo, the auto thrust, the reverse thrust, should be a lot more effective than the CEO. So we'll look out for that on landing. So we'll get the reverse thrust on. Oh, and I'm just looking at my own charts for arrival. Airport shouldn't have any hot spots for the taxi. MSA for the arrival is we're in a 3,900 feet zone. So let's see how the thrust idle. See how this manages descent. Yeah, we get on here. Yeah, we see what beyond ATC does to us as well. .160 is very high for the yes, and we wouldn't come in at 160. They're coming in over 140 or fast. .160 you're in big jet territory. .3,000 feet a minute descent. That first one, okay. So no special operations today, but a serviceable aircraft as far as we're aware, and only non-standards are beyond ATC. Well, it's a new aircraft, of course, and sim update 15, new dynamics. So we haven't got much of a crosswind. Maybe we need to go and do some circuits somewhere in this, don't we? And test out how it behaves in the crosswind. We can compare it. We can get the FENIX out. That's one to do as well. Just see how the those new crosswind dynamics have been altered. Now this is a free aircraft, so this is no, for a free aircraft this isn't bad. As is the flyby, of course. It's yeah. As do they compare? I need to remind myself on the flyby. It's been a little while since I jumped in it, so yeah, a bit unfair to do a direct comparison right away. For me, it'll always be, in terms of system depth. You know, I'm looking into ECAMs and MCDU stuff. Really, that's what I want to see, and a decent flight dynamics handling on the approach and departure. That's where the difference is made. The MCDU is a very powerful box. If it's got all its functionality, there's a lot you can do with it. They're at 260. Approaching, levelling off. .70 at Tarleton we need to be, so we need to get down. I have to do with another clearance. So in PIP is the start of the terminal arrival route. We need to be flight level 200 at INREV. There, alt star.
Easy 236 November, descend to flight level 200.
Descend flight level 200, easy 236 November. Okay, 200 blue, thrust idle descent. Chest space. What specific avionics and performance enhancements have been implemented in the inibuilds A320 update 15 release? Well, I haven't had anything to compare it to in terms of what enhancements have been made. It's been through the beta program. I haven't used it during beta, but having looked at some other people flying it in beta, I think there's a lot of improvement made in terms of flight dynamics, behaviours. I'm not having any problems. Some of the other streamers have had, and I've seen them fly in the beta. So I think they've gone away and refined. There's been a lengthy delay, obviously, to get this one released, and I think they've taken the time to just look at that feedback and the bugs, and I think it's pretty refined. So in terms of aircraft performance, at the moment we're not having any stutters. It's been a very smooth flight. So the MSFS Sim Update 15 is doing the job so far, and we'll see how that carries on when we get into Edinburgh. I do have a payware version of the scenery for Edinburgh, so we'll see how that performs.
EZ236 November, contact Scottish Control 119.875.
119.875, EZ236 November, thank you.
Negative Scottish Control on 119.875.
Scottish Control 119.875, EZ236 November. Scottish Control, hello, EZ236 November is with you in the descent to flight level 200, inbound in rev.
EZ236 November, Scottish Control identified.
So we've got vertical deviation, so we're 2,000 feet above. Include the 200. May throw the spoilers out a bit as we get past in rev. Quite often we will get a half too steep notification on this one, because it's quite a jump down from 200 to Tartan at 70.
EZ236 November, descend to flight level 070.
Descend to flight level 070, EZ236 November. Wouldn't normally say 070, but keep him happy. So 70 blue. Past, have we passed infrared? Let's have a look. I'm going to get the spoilers out. They're coming out. There they come. Slowly but surely. Retract speed brake. Well, I'm high on profile. What it's for. Shortly entering the clouds. So, weather is not great in Edinburgh, so let's have a refresh of that. Scattered 300 feet, scattered 900 feet. Light rain and drizzle. Favourable wind, so that has changed again, so let's get this updated. So 1011 is what we need to throw in here. We've done this in cruise really. 1011's in there. Wind, 5,000, that's 312. Keep the winds how they are for now. Slowly catching up on the profile, 200 feet. See if ATC is going to vector us off. If we were going direct to the final approach fix now, I'd want to be almost at flight level 100 at the blue radius marker of 30 DME, not DME, nautical miles. And flight level, yeah. Flight level 100, 250 knots, so...
EV236 November. Contact Edinburgh, approach 128.908.
Contact Edinburgh, 128.908, EZ236 November.
Negative Edinburgh approach on 128.908.
Edinburgh approach on 128.908, EZ236 November.
Negative Edinburgh approach on 128.908.
Edinburgh approach on 128.908, EZ236 November.
Negative Edinburgh approach on 128.908.
Acknowledge handoff by text.
Contact Edinburgh approach 128.908 EZ236 November.
Edinburgh approach, EZ236 November's with you, descending to flight level 70, inbound Tartan.
EZ236 November, verify information echo.
Information echo, QNH 1011, EZ236 November.
EZ236 November, Edinburgh approach, QNH 1011, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 24.
QNH 1011, expecting radar vectors for the ILS runway 24, EZ236 November. 24. That's a change around, isn't it? Echo. That's nothing like a last minute runway change, is there? Now what's the plane doing? That's what's going on. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Speed brake. And what's our performance descent? What's our managed mode? FMA speed.
EZ236 November, leave Tartan heading 020, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 24.
Leave Tartan heading 020, expect vectors for the ILS runway 24, EZ236 November. So we should have picked up the ILS in fairness, so anyway. Minimums is what we need in the box, so we're going 300 now for this side. Approach though, this is the over the water approach, you should see the bridge. If the, well actually, so you should see the bridge, it's rubbish weather, so, and the MSA is 3000 for landing. The go around is the same 3000 then as directed. Cat 1300 minimum, so that's in. Config full. We've got approach speed of 132, low selectable 127, light with variable winds. Seatbelts going on.
All aircraft be advised information, Foxtrot now current QNH 1011. EZ236 November, turn right heading 020, vectors for the approach.
Right heading 020, vectors for the approach, EZ236 November. Crossed idle, open descent heading. Alright, so let's not sure if I'm happy with my seating position or this. It doesn't let me go any lower, I don't think. Let's have a look. It doesn't let me go any lower than this. I sort of feel a bit high in this one. Alright, so ready to be likely speed limit exceeded. Yeah, so I want my speeders out. So let's have a look. Actually going to activate the approach phase now. And I'm going to pull speed on 220. So we're in rain, it's pretty heavy. See it just putting around there. Engine mode, selector ignition. Spoilers, speed brakes I'm retracting because of the VLS. Close to VLS there. I don't want to go flaps 1 too soon. These lights are getting bright in here, isn't it? That's that dim down a little bit. Left twin tank low, cross feed on. I thought that the fuel quantity looked low on departure, so I bumped it up by just on what I'd normally fly with, just for a bit load more in because it was just seemed too low. But yeah, we'll get there anyway. We're not getting to Prestwick though. Good old star. He didn't give me further descent, did he? Right, not yet. Out. Engine spooling. Let's go. Manage screen dart. Save some fuel. We can do with getting down. Not leaving me a lot of time to get down here. I've had this before and I requested descent and it just turned into a big argument, so I'm not going to do that.
EZ236 November, turn right, heading 055, descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1011.
Right, heading 055, descend altitude 6,000 feet on the QNH 1011, EZ236 November. Speed, what's going on here? What's going on? Toga, what's going on? My control. That's not good. What are we targeting? Autopilot. No, that's not good. Is it going to do its thing or not? Throw us out of the sky. Bit scary. That shouldn't happen. We're on a heading 055 Alpstar 6,000. Ended downwind. Interestingly, on a right turn, on a turn at low speed, the FENIX also has some issues there. That's caught a few times where the engines don't respond quick enough to the loss of speed in the turn. So that was
Easy 236, November, turn left, heading 345, descend to 5,000 feet.
Left heading 345, descend to 5,000 feet, easy 346 November. 346 November. 5,000. There it's doing it again, see? Doing it again. Upper floor protection. I'll set the auto thrusters. Oh yeah, that's not good, is it?
Easy 236, November, 9 miles from CI24, turn left, heading 280, maintain 3,000 feet until established on the final approach course, cleared ILS, runway 24.
Right, we've got some problems. Let's aviate first and then we'll deal with beyond ATC. Get this nose picture this aircraft down. What's going on? Too high.
Easy 236, November, 9 miles from CI24, turn left, heading 280, maintain 3,000 feet until established on the final approach course, cleared ILS, runway 24. Easy 236, November, Edinburgh.
Left head. Left heading 280, maintain 3,000 to establish on the ILS, runway 24, easy 236 November. Right, we're way too fast. What's our speed doing? Vertical speed mode. So that's a little bit something not right there. Something not right with that auto thrust management. Right, we're throwing down. We should have final approach. Way too fast for this approach. It's 1011. Not the heading we need for the approach either, but what I'll do a right turn out. I'm going to go manage speed actually, and I'm going to hold something a bit more. I'm going to hold 230 for now. Now the aircraft should have started that turn, continued it on the right side. Alright, we'll loop it round. Any of the beta testers had that issue with the aircraft? Interesting to know. It's not happy there with speed management on the approach. You lost sound, have you? Anyone else lost sound? It seems to be going through my side. Might be a...
2,500.
Okay, sounds up. Rightio, let's try and get this bird on the floor, shall we? It's definitely the right way up. Extend downwind. The other side. And it's 777. You're joining us at a good time. We're almost died twice with the auto thrust management of the inner builds here. Few issues. I'm scared to go green dot speed, to be honest with you. I'm a little bit. E220, we've got to slow the aircraft down, but I'm not going to go manage speed until I've completed my final turn. So I'm going to extend downwind, give it a bit of space. Beyond ATC's letting me do my thing. The new ground handling, yeah, I mean it was quite a sporty taxi as my initial findings and on the taxi out at Luton. Crosswind changes as well apparently, so crosswind dynamics. Right, let's go with take a right turn now. Watching that VLS speed, just make sure we don't fall out the sky. Might be a thrust reaction issue on the engines. The speed is going down, engines aren't pulling up. Rend is down. Oh, come on, full spool. Power. I'm sorted, Tom. Great to hear. Feature all approach AP 1 and 2. Slope lock blue. Right, let's go green dot now. Manage speed. That looks from this direction. It's 0.06 when we departed. That's what SimBrief gave us, but this wind trend, we're having a tailwind on approach, so we need to keep an eye on that. Go flaps 1. Keep me away from BLS. Feels like we're going through the localizer almost here. Extend the centre line out. Is it? No, it's not moving. For a shallow turn in anyway. Yep. I've expected that to. Oh, sorry, no, that's the inbound course. That's why. Sorry, that's my own heading. So, getting myself up wrong here. Not the airplane. Disregard. Oh, that should work out about there. Let's have a look. One on the VAP speed. Brakes checklist, we're 1011 set, seatbelts are on. Minimum 300 set, auto brake is low. Approach checklist complete. Right, there's our localizer. Did not capture. Approach, autopilot 1 and 2. Run through the localizer. How good is it? Why is it nav blue? It shouldn't be nav blue, it should be lock blue. Right, we're finding problems with this. So there's the lock. Right, cat 3 single. Let's go back through them. We're in nav there. But with approach armed, it should chuck you into... And yeah, I'll do a VATSIM stream. I've done a few. Probably just as well I didn't today, to be honest with you, because... yeah, we'll be causing problems in this at the moment. So glycolate blue, lock blue, or cat 3 single. Okay, cat 3 dual. Autopilot 1 and 2. Alright, let's get some lights on, shall we? Not a day for a visual approach, so right, lock star, there we go. Watching the speed in this turn, make sure I don't lose anything too drastically. Doing a few scary things. And we'll go flaps 2, speed checks flap 2, and we'll go 160 knots. Ready for that glide. Lock.
Easy 236 November, contact Edinburgh Tower 118.705.
Edinburgh Tower 118.705, easy 236 November. Light state should be started.
Negative tower on 118.705.
Let's get first officer to do that.
Over to Tower 118.705, easy 236 November.
Edinburgh Tower, easy 236 November's with you on the ILS runway 24. By slope.
Easy 236 November, Edinburgh Tower. Continue.
Continue, easy 236 November. I like the Scottish accent's great. Okay, let's configure early. Let's get gear down. Cabin crew, seats for landing, please. Seats for landing. Flaps 3, speed checks flaps 3. And manage speed. Approach altitude 3000.
236 November. Wind variable, runway 24, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 24, easy 236 November. It sounded Australian then from him.
No, easy 236 November, cleared to land, runway 24.
Cleared to land, runway 24, easy 236 November. Keeping an eye on this VLS, I might have to add a few more, a couple of knots or two in there, so no, it's too close. It's just margin. Yeah, it's interesting Scottish accent.
1000.
So we're out of icing conditions at the moment, so we'll take that off just in case we need the power for the go around. Landing checklist, cabin secure, go around altitude 3000 set. ECA memo landing no blue. Landing checklist complete. Just glimpsing the approach lights there. Yeah, we're good. 2 white, 2 red. Here we go. Right, autopilot. Let's take it out now. That one.
400.
The manual flying. A little bit low.
Minimum.
Continue.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Right, reverse max. Spoilers, decel. Oh, I'm not getting reverse, am I? Reverse didn't kick in. Why is that? Calibrated all that. Manual braking.
Easy 236 November. Exit right next available taxiway.
That won't be right. Vacate left, easy 236 November. Asking to be shouted at
Easy
again.
236 November. Contact ground 121. Decimal 908.
Ground 121.908, easy 236 November.
Negative ground on 121 decimal 908.
Right, first officer, where are you? Come on.
Ground 121.908, easy 236 November.
Right, so we need to check out why we haven't got reverse thrust. I did calibrate the throttles, it was all in there, reverse thrust, so that's interesting. It was selected, it just didn't kick in. Okay, off the runway. Let's tidy up the aircraft a bit. Weather is pretty Scottish. This is white. So, yep. Actually, the handling there on the approach, no issues there in terms of handling. What was the landing weight out of interest? I don't see that. It felt like it just dropped at the last minute, but I didn't really have any issues on. Not much to complain about in terms of the handling on the side stick, manual handling. Around 200. Okay. So ground handling's a little bit jerky. That might be my rudders. Edinburgh ground, hello. Easy 236 November's with you.
Easy 236 November did not copy.
Easy 236 November. Request taxi to the gate.
EZ236 November. Welcome to Edinburgh Airport. Say parking or advise if need assignment.
Any gate, EZ236 November.
EZ236 November. Gate 9 a taxi via Alpha Echo Foxtrot.
Thanks for the sub, Danny. Gate 9 via Alpha Echo Foxtrot, EZ236 November. The 9's in front of the main terminal building, from memory. Look outside. I like the sounds on this. I like the exterior model. Definitely some issues with auto thrust handling there. I don't know what was going on the approach with that. It was nose down, maximum power recovery mode, unfortunately, on 2 occasions there. But handling on takeoff was fine. Handling the actual approach there was fine. I'm reasonably impressed by the level of system depth. That's you know, it's freeware, remember. Remember the tray table, if you pull it out, as we found in cruise, you have to go right down to find the click spot to put it back in. So don't get your tray table stuck out. Oh, it's interesting. I think we need to play with it a little bit more. I was planning to do head down to Australia or New Zealand, perhaps New Zealand, and I was going to get the FENIX out and go for some Air New Zealand ops or something this evening. But when I saw this one drop, I thought, well, you know, I need to get this one on a test and see how it performs. But in terms of engine parameters and descent, that was pretty realistic. There's a bit of work gone into that, clearly, but yeah, we didn't have that auto thrust bug there. Whatever that happened there, we just it would have been pretty smooth. Keeps us on our toes, though. I'm going very slowly here, aren't I? But yeah, right, let's get the old Toby Jai tracker on as well and look. I think we need to get back on Batson, don't we? Need to get a group flight going somewhere. The right side.
All aircraft be advised, information Golf now current, QNH1011.
Taxis a lot more easily than the EO variant. Generally an idle thrust to get it going, and it will do its thing. Alright, so let's put those off. Not blinding anybody. Got someone waiting there for us. guidance there, is there? Where's my marshaller? I have to stop it there. I'm going to hit too close from my wing. Excellent, we've had plenty of engine cool down time there. I'll get that back. Didn't fire up the APU though, did we? Chatting away. Do we have to request, I suppose, I'm not using GSX, so there we go, our chocks on. Really, because no ground people should be here, but I haven't turned the beacon light off yet, but in the interest of saving fuel, I'm getting my engines off, of course. Brakes hot. Interesting. I mean, we didn't have the reverse bus kick in as expected. 300. Yeah, I don't know about the brakes there. I mean, I didn't really. We had auto brake low, and we used the full length there of the runway really just to roll out. I used quite minimal manual braking, so that's quite interesting. No. I'm surprised by that. That's, you know, as you can tell, it surprised me. I wouldn't expect to see auto brake low there. Sorry, brake temperature issues. That landing well. In today's conditions as well, it's not exactly baking hot either. Oh, we can put the braking fan on, of course. Let's see if they've got the sound for that going. They have, I think. Let's go in and turn it off. Compare. Brake fan's off. No difference. No difference. On. There's a whine there. I think there is a whine. There's something there. I mean, obviously on the ground, it's an awful noise. You know the brake fans are on. Okay, so radar and predicted wind shear off. Parking brake is set. We've got the chocks on now. We can release that, especially we've got hot brakes. Engines are off. Zero lights as required. That off. A beacon could come off now, of course, and we'll let our passengers off. It'd be nice and let them out. Let's see if GSX does anything here. Request deboarding. Test that on the aircraft, and fuel pumps are off, and the hydraulic pump was not used, so this parking checklist is complete. So we definitely got reasonable MCDU functionality in there, enough to obviously perform a decent flight. It'd be good to see a little bit more in terms of a little bit missing on the secondary side of things, and yeah, the sort of the equitime points and things like that didn't have winds, so it's calculated based on distance. So it's got enough for, you know, bat simming and getting around and doing that kind of thing. It's in terms of proper flight planning, it's missing a little bit. In terms of other functionality, in terms of overhead and everything, the system check, we did the FADEC check of oil quantity on departure, so that works. So the FADEC system there was modelled on the switches, which is good to see. We had a bit of it, so I put the flight planning manually because I couldn't find where to import that, but I think chat was helping me out with that. seems like we could chuck over our takeoff performance, center FMGS. It didn't like map over the X10, for example, and things like that. So a little bits to watch. So you want to double check what you're sending over. It doesn't have landing calculations. A bit strangely, one but not the other. And doesn't have the Navigraph maps, which I'm missing, to be honest. So if it had the maps, we'd be able to do sort of the whole briefing there from the flypad, which should be good. Yeah, and obviously the critical one was the auto thrust there on the approach. Yeah, we nearly lost our lives a couple of times, unfortunately. But other than that, handling-wise, takeoff and landing, I'm happy with. I think it's threw it down all right there. It was a decent landing. It felt alright. Flare was pretty good. There was no jerkiness. So I'm pretty happy with the modelling around that. So that side of things, all good. So I think it's one we have to spend a bit of time learning. Be interesting to see what's going on with that auto thrust, because that's quite key. See a few people getting caught out there if you're on your vaccine flights and so forth. But I did have to respond with nose down toga power there, so interesting. One to look at, but I'm sure hopefully it will continue to be updated over time, and that'd be good to see how it progresses as well. And I think next we need to perhaps get this in. We could use this in a visual circuits. We did some the other day on a live stream, so do check that out. But in the FENIX, but perhaps we could do the same with this aircraft and put a bit of crosswinding and do some circuits. That'd be interesting to do. So maybe we'll get that done tomorrow. Give it a proper test out in terms of hand flying, and at the same time testing out the Sim Update 15 flight dynamics of the crosswind, which I know has changed. So I think we'll put that one in for tomorrow, and we'll get a live stream done as well. Get those New Zealand ops done. I'm keen to get down there. I need a holiday. I need to go somewhere to change the scenery. So I'm not sure which aircraft we'll use for that. We could even go with the fly-by-wire, test that out, and make a comparison. So excellent. No, I enjoyed that. I still see it as a bit of a work in progress. GSX is doing its thing there as well, so it's matched up to the aircraft, which is nice to see. So it's nice to have another aircraft option to fly. That's an Airbus, and something I'm familiar with. So have a play with it. I know some of you have been doing that already in beta, but I haven't, so it's the first time for me testing this aircraft out. But pretty good all around. Just a few niggles there need to be sorted. Thanks for joining me this evening. I appreciate the company and your support. Do look out for more tutorial videos in the live stream. I think there's a few in there we've mentioned about inserting various things into the MCDU. You can find those in the Flight Sim Mastery series, so go and catch those. Excellent. Hopefully catch up over the next few days online on a live stream, but have a great evening, and thanks for tuning in and watching. Take care.